And Nebraska Western University, where experience is the difference. Your experience.
It's a gorgeous day for football in Lincoln and another big-time matchup in GPAC football action today as the Nebraska Wesleyan Prairie Wolves play host to the 15th-ranked Northwestern Red Raiders. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Moats. Welcome to Able Stadium. Alongside is Lucas Moorman. And Lucas, today, Nebraska Wesleyan trying to snap a three-game losing skid. They come into this matchup 1-3. This is the third time now that they will face a ranked opponent coming into play today against Northwestern. And the Red Raiders are very loaded on offense.
That's right. It's kind of a three-headed monster back there in the backfield, Jeff. They have a pair of running backs, Theo Bartman and Brandon Smith, who will go over 100 yards their last game, 2 touchdowns each. And Davis Blumendahl, the quarterback, he's thrown for 832 yards already, 7 touchdowns, just 1 interception. Also a pretty good player in the baseball team as well.
And you speak of Brandon Smith. He is a first-team All-GPAC selection from last year, had over 1,100 yards rushing, a guy that Nebraska Wesleyan definitely needs to stop today on the ground. As far as Wesleyan is concerned today, there will be a little bit of a shakeup in terms of the quarterback positioning. It looks like that senior Nate Hobbin will get the start today, will go for at least the first 2 series, and then they'll bring in the backup, the transfer from Peru State and Lincoln Northeast graduate Tyler Francis.
Yeah, and he's had some success, completed over 52% of his passes in the 2 games. He's got actions, came in, led him to a touchdown last week against Doane. And after that, the coaches said they're just going to see who has the control and like the lead of this team. So they're going to go with who has the hot hand, but regardless who has the hot hand, they're going to be throwing it towards Brandon Pieper.
And Pieper, by the way, had a great game. In the last 2 games he's played, he's picked up over 100 yards receiving and a pretty good product out of North Platte.
First time a Nebraska Wesleyan receiver's gone over 100-yard receiving in back-to-back games since 2004, Jeff.
And that's amazing, too. Another guy that really had a big game last week was Dustin Bryant. This guy's been battling injuries here in the last year or so, but Bryant came out strong against the Doane Tigers in the loss last week down in Crete. 28 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown. The 28 carries, the most by a Nebraska Wesleyan running back since Cody Haig back in 2005. It should be interesting to see how the Prairie Wolves match up today. It's been 12 straight victories for Northwestern, dating back to 1999 over the Prairie Wolves. In fact, 5 of the last 6 times these 2 teams have played here in Lincoln, the game has been decided by 4 points or less in favor of Northwestern. It's the Prairie Wolves and the 15th-ranked Red Raiders. The kickoff is coming up next on 21 Sports.
University. This year we mark an important milestone, Nebraska Wesleyan's 125th anniversary. Join us on campus this fall for our anniversary kickoff celebration and homecoming activities. In addition, our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends will collectively take on a challenge to give 12,500 hours of volunteer time to community service. Check our website for event schedules, stories, and photos of today and yesteryear. All of us who share a sense of pride and ownership in Nebraska Wesleyan University have a wonderful opportunity this year to reconnect with friends, students, professors, and staff, and to celebrate all that we have accomplished together. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, this is Ryan with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy. Did you know that proper insulation levels can help reduce your heating and cooling costs? You can check your attic insulation level with this very advanced high-tech tool called a ruler. Make sure you have 14 to 16 inches of insulation for maximum energy efficiency. It'll help reduce drafts and allow your heating and cooling systems to not have to work so hard. Think of it as saving money by the inches, $1, $2, $3, you get the idea. For more ways to save, visit les.com today. See you next time.
It's just surprising when I walk in how much it feels like home, even though we've only been here a month.
Having a baby is a definite lifestyle change. Garrison's the boss around here.
We moved in 2 days before he was born. Union Bank really helped us. They were so personable. They really got to know our story and care that we needed to get into the house before the baby was born.
We're starting a family and developing our lives together in a place that we can call home.
Dr. Ari Cycle here with a garbology lesson straight from the front page. There's a right way to recycle newsprint. Never put newspapers in the mixed paper bin at recycling drop-off sites. You don't have to be a genius like me to know that sorting takes extra time and money. So remember these doctor's orders and put newspapers and mixed papers in separate recycling bins. For more tips, visit recycle.lincoln.ne.gov.
We're back here at Able Stadium here on 21 Sports. I'm Jeff Moats along with Lucas Mormon. A gorgeous afternoon for football here in Lincoln as we get ready to kick things off here between the 15th ranked Red Raiders and the Prairie Wolves. 66 degrees with sunshine, no breeze, calm breeze coming into Able Stadium today. And several folks coming out here to enjoy some football here in the capital city. Quite a contingent coming down from Orange City, Iowa, or around the surrounding area in northwest Iowa for this game today. And a lot of expectation here for Northwestern to, come in here and still make a statement and try to keep that win streak alive. 12 straight against the Prairie Wolves dating back to 1999.
Well, and they're also just looking to get that second conference win. Just 1-1 in conference play. They just had a little non-conference action. They were at Dakota State last weekend. Didn't have that setback in their opening game against Morningside, the top two teams preseason in the conference.
Here's Jordan Delbaugh. Delbaugh spinning out of one tackle, but the second time he is tripped up and stopped, and the ball will be marked at the 20-yard line. And let's take a look at the offense here for the Prairie Wolves. There you see the quarterback, Nate Hopman. Jordan Delbaugh is the tailback. The fullback is Nick Lovell. And then the receiving core is Pieper, Larson, and Clausen. And there you see the line with Barteldis, Westfall, Armstrong, Beebe, and Byerly. Those are your offensive linemen for Nebraska Wesleyan. 1st and 10 for the Prairie Wolves. They'll have it at their own 19-yard line. Again, Hopman, the quarterback, blocks the snap. Ball on the field, and Northwestern says they got it back, and yes, they did.
And Jeff, that was something I was just going to bring up, that actually Nebraska Wesleyan offense has been putting up some numbers, but it's the turnover margin that's been killing them. And first play of the game, first snap for Hopman, puts it on the turf.
And let's take a look at this again. There you see the snap.
Bad exchange. Never got it clean from the center.
Hopman tries to jump on top of it, but Northwestern quick to retrieve that ball. So the ball at the Wesleyan 18. And Blumendahl, the quarterback. They'll run the option here at the near side. And a pitch. And a run that time inside the 15. And a tackle at about the 9-yard line. The ball carrier that time for Northwestern happened to be Theo Bartman.
Bartman, part of that 1-2 combo they have in the backfield. Bartman and Smith. Over 100 yards last week and a pair of touchdowns for Bartman. And you'll see a lot of option out of this Red Raider attack.
Blumendahl, catch made that time. And it's J.C. Hoig who makes the catch. And Hoig is tackled inside the 5, and they'll mark him down at, it looks like, the 3-yard line.
First and goal. Just a short little pitch and catch. And you'll see a lot of these passes that they do try to go with, they're going to be short passes. Their leading receivers are usually their running backs out of the backfield.
So it will be Blumendahl from the gun. He's got Smith and Bartman in the backfield. It's a pitch to Smith going right side into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. A good block up front. Seth Wardeen was the only guy that was close to trying to get to Smith, but a good block out ahead to get Smith into the end zone.
Yeah, and he got to the corner, and then it was just a foot race. Like you said, initial point of attack. Had a chance there, Wardeen. Just clipped him enough to slow him down, and there was no way he was going to just get back on the angle that he had there. And the turnover, again, leading some points here. And it's been the thorn in the Prairie Wolves' side all season is turnovers.
Mike O'Brien will attempt the extra point here for Northwestern. And the kick is blocked. And it's picked up by Delbaugh, running up to the 25, still on his feet, all the way down to the 40, cuts back in, and finally wrapped up around midfield at about the 50-yard line.
It seems like Jordan Delbaugh just has a way of coming up with those blocked extra points. I thought maybe he had a chance to return that one again. It would have been the second time this season that he returned one for 2.
Well, Jordan Delbaugh with a nice return out the block kick. And so the Prairie Wolves here
50 seconds in to this first quarter are now trailing 6-0 on 21 Sports. And we'll just keep it here in the meantime as Northwestern will come out and kick away to the Prairie Wolves.
And Nebraska Wesleyan first quarter hasn't exactly been their friend this season, as they've yet to score in the first quarter of action, being shut out throughout the season in 4 games. So hopefully they can right that ship here. Just a tough way to start the game, Jeff. Come out first play and a minute later you're down a touchdown. But you know, the block kick does give you a little bit of momentum. Something to build on early on. And that's something Coach Keller said he really wants the coaches to keep the guys up even after a bad play or a missed block or an errant throw.
Delbaugh on the return from the 6, stopped at about the 26-yard line. But we got a penalty flag on the field. We'll find out what the ruling is here in just a moment.
Delbaugh, busy man, back in the return game.
Holding against Nebraska Wesleyan.
Holding, number 49 on the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Taylor Tukolsky, guilty of the holding call for Nebraska Wesleyan.
Coach Kroom did not like the call, to say the least, down the sideline. He has been told that he needs to keep his conversation to a minimum to the officials.
So from 1st and 10 at the 15, looks like Dustin Bryant took the pitch that time from Nate Hopman. And so Bryant stopped on the play, picks up about a yard, roughly, if that. There you see the defense for Northwestern. Ambrose, Kyles among those. And the defensive lineman, Morris, Carlson, Lynch. There you see the linebacking core, Green, Van Ginkel, Jensen, Twitty, and Fisher.
Carlson, reigning GPAC Defensive Player of the Week, had 11 tackles and 3 sacks last week.
Pass knocked away incomplete, and the penalty flag coming out. Intended receiver for Nebraska Wesleyan was Brooks Earhart, and the contact was made by Dykeshorn.
Pass interference. Number 23 on the defense. Spotted foul, automatic first down.
So that proves to be costly as the Prairie Wolves get a first down here. Take a look at this again on the replay. Earhart, the intended receiver, and there's the contact made.
Yeah, no doubt there that just a little bit early, Dykeshorn that time, trying to come through Earhart, and they will let him get back to the ball.
So first down here from the 18 of Wesleyan. It's a pitch to Bryant. And Bryant is stopped on the play. Tackle made by Nate Fisher of Northwestern.
You know, last week they had some success with Bryant. They tried to pound it in between the tackles, and that's something they want to try and do again today, but it's going to be tough sledding up there with Jordan Carlson, maybe the best defensive lineman in the conference up front, anchoring that front for Nebraska or for Northwestern, and then they have good speed in their linebacking core as well, so it's tough to get to the edge. So running the ball in general is going to be a tough task against Northwestern this afternoon.
Pick up a 3 from the 21, second down. Swing pass near side from Hopman, intended for Jordan Delbaugh, goes incomplete. You look at the defensive setup here for Northwestern, you look at the weight. Jordan Carlson is perhaps the biggest guy out there right now at 290. And everybody else is considerably light, if you will, in comparison.
Well, that's the thing. They flow to the ball well. They get off their blocks, and sometimes you see those undersized defensive linemen use their speed to their advantage and really wreak havoc up front, and that's what this front three has been doing so far this season.
This is 3rd and 7 for the Prairie Wolves. Triple wideouts far side. Hopman back to throw over the middle, and it's caught by Earhart. He took a lick hard, and he fell back down. He got the first down. And Jake Zylstra put the hit on Earhart, and it was right in his helmet, too. And Earhart will be coming out. He's jogging out from the sideline. But watch again, a good throw by Hopman. Take a look at this. Oh, man.
That's definitely helmet-to-helmet contact right there, no doubt about that. He's fortunate he hung on to that ball. He's dusting out the cobwebs down there. They're going to see how he's feeling. That's a great job, though, by the defender trying to knock it loose, but, you know, they went helmet-to-helmet there. Both of them able to get up. Here's a little pitch play.
Delbaugh is taken down on the play. Nate Van Ginkel coming in to make the stop.
You know, Jeff, last year up in Orange City, Nebraska Wesleyan had a tough time getting the running game going. They didn't. They had -2 yards last year against this Red Raider squad on the ground. So they know it's a tough test coming in running the football, but you know, Coach Keller up here in the booth, he wants to be balanced and try and get things rolling. They had some success. They actually outgained Doane last week in the loss, 381 yards to 246.
Larson, the wide out far side, Pieper near side, and a handoff instead as they give it up to the fullback for Nebraska Wesleyan.
A tough spot here, Wesleyan 3rd and 12. You know, you don't have very many plays available in your playbook. It really puts a lot of stress. You got to go to a passing situation here.
Nick Lovell, by the way, the ball carrier that time.
Worth noting, too, passing situation probably upcoming here in 3rd and 12. They're without the services Dalton Teifalt, who went down last game here at home with that shoulder injury or collarbone. He'd been dealing with it early in the season. Knocked him out, broken collarbone, out for the rest of the season unless he can get back before.
3rd and long here for Wesleyan. Hopman dropping back in the pocket over the middle. Pass and a catch made. It's stumbling ahead and picking up a first down for the Prairie Wolves. Looked like Nolan Clausen, the tight end, who got the catch there. Take a look at this again.
Pretty good strike by Hopman. He's had some success over the middle against this Red Raider defense. Nice strike that time. And the Ord native stumbling along to a big gain on 3rd down.
So a big 3rd down play as Wesleyan converts, and now they have the football in Northwestern territory at the 36. Hopman out of the gun. Bryant with him in the backfield. Hopman dropping back, has some time. Now the pressure's on. Short screen pass goes incomplete. It was intended for Jordan Delbaugh, but Taylor Morris helped break up the play.
Yeah, Morris from his defensive line spot there. Almost got a hand on that one, breaking up the little screen pass. And you know, you talked about that offense, our defensive front, the size of them. You look at Morris out there, he just made that play. He looks more like a linebacker playing up in that defensive front, and that athletic ability allows him to knock that pass down.
Second down and 10. Bryant in the backfield with Hopman. And Delbaugh gets it, goes around right side, inside the 30. Moving on his feet all the way down to the 18-yard line, and a first down for Nebraska Wesleyan. And that's a pretty good run play that time for Delbaugh. As we take a look at this again, coming around it.
This is shiftiness of Delbaugh, able to make a few people miss, and then Fisher comes in and cleans it up, a 6'2", 215-pound linebacker. Look at him.
Very shifty is Jordan Delbaugh. Lovell, the fullback, tailback Bryant. Kind of a short eye setup.
You saw that last play out of a different formation. They're going to try and confuse Northwestern. Some of the same plays, the different formations.
Here's Bryant on the carry. He's able to shift through the middle before he's tackled at about the 14-yard line of Northwestern.
Zylstra getting a tackle here, but a good opening up front by Bryant. See him come through the line, squirt free. Good tackle by Zylstra in the open field. Well, as Bryant had maybe visions of grandeur there going to the end zone.
So with just over 9 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, the Prairie Wolves driving. Now at the 14 of Northwestern, 2nd and 5.
And a good bounce back drive here no matter what they get out of this after that first fumble.
Lovell takes the handoff, and it will be a loss of a yard back at the 15 where he is quickly stopped. As they uncover the pile, tackle made by Aaron Jansen. Big third down here for the Prairie Wolves. If they can't convert here, they could try to settle for the field goal. And again, the kicking game, he's either been Aaron Lorraine this year. Even Kelby Vandenberg at times has come into place kick.
Now Lorraine just 4 of 7 in the year for field goal attempts, so would like to pick up the first down.
Hotman throwing into the end zone. Diving catch not going to be made by Dustin Bryant. It goes incomplete. 4th down coming up here for Wesleyan. And they'll bring out the kicking unit. Here comes Aaron Lorraine.
That's pretty decent coverage, Nate Van Ginkel that time. And the intended target, but Hotman put it where only his guy was going to get it. If not, it was going to be incomplete to avoid the turnover. And Lorraine will come and try one from 32. And Vandenberg is the holder.
So Vandenberg the hold. Here's the snap and the hold. The kick from about the 22-yard line. 32-yard attempt is up and good. And the Prairie Wolves get on the scoreboard with 8 minutes, 8 seconds to go. First quarter, 6-3 in favor of Northwestern on 21 Sports.
Just surprising when I walk in how much it feels like home, even though we've only been here a month.
Having a baby is a definite lifestyle change. Grayson's the boss around here.
We moved in 2 days before he was born. Union Bank really helped us. They were so personable. They really got to know our story and care that we needed to get into the house before the baby was born.
We're starting a family and developing our lives together in a place that we can call home.
Able Stadium is where we're at today here on 21 Sports for Nebraska Wesleyan football. GPAC matchup against number 15 Northwestern. Northwestern just a few weeks ago played Morningside, and Morningside beat them pretty good. And we saw Morningside here in Lincoln a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, an early season matchup of what the media and the coaches thought were going to be the top 2 teams in the conference. The coaches had Morningside at the top of the polls and media Northwestern, or vice versa. They were split in those 2 polls, but an early season matchup, yeah, Morningside really dominant in that performance. So Morningside right now cream of the crop in the GPAC, and like I say, Northwestern kind of fine-tuning things. A couple non-conference games early in the season.
And this one picked up by Bartman on his way to the 20, still on his feet, past the 35, and he is tackled around the 40-yard line on the return. Chris Heibel was the guy that made the tackle for Nebraska Wesleyan.
Heibel showed you right there on the return why he's a dangerous runner as well. Bartman all the way out to the 40-yard line, so great field position for this Northwestern offense, who really we haven't seen. We only had to go 14 yards in that opening drive.
So Blumendahl back in. He'll send double wideouts far side here on 1st and 10 from their own 40. Looking to throw. Pass complete. Reception made by Tyler Walker. And the tackle made by Nebraska Wesleyan's Eric Richards. Here are the starters in offense for Northwestern. Blumendahl, the quarterback again, with Smith in the backfield. Walker is the flanker. There you see the line. Klein over there, Janota among those on the line. Now a keeper here by Blumendahl, and a stop made by Russell Walton.
Yeah, we haven't called Russell's name a lot this year, and I think part of it is because teams know that he's one of those dominant players. They've had to double team him a lot. They really kept Russell at bay, but he's drawing those double teams there. Good to see him wrap up Blumendahl, who has had some success in the ground game as well early in the season.
2nd and 10 from the 46. Will play action toss to the near side, goes incomplete. Intended receiver again was Tyler Walker. And Wesleyan had coverage that time. And let's see the Wesleyan defense here. Cody Eiler, Richards, Hittner, Ordine over there too. Reeves, Kotzer, and Fecht are the linebackers. And there you see Jennings, Walton, Latimer, and Tukolsky on the line.
Latimer's having a nice season, benefiting from those double teams on Walton.
Blumendahl Throws a pass and it's intercepted at the 24-yard line. On the return is Aaron Bainey. And Bainey, the sophomore out of Dundee County, Stratton High School in Binkelman, with an interception, and that should provide a little bit of momentum on offense for the Wolves.
And that's just the second interception that Blumendahl's had all season. And I'm not sure where he was trying to put that one. That one just sailed on him, and then Bainey able to pick it off. And the Wesleyan Prairie Wolves back in business here. Now we'll see Francis for his 2 series here and see how they go.
Tyler Francis, a transfer from Peru State and the former Lincoln Northeast quarterback, into the game as he'll run a shovel pass toss up ahead. And it looked like that might have been Delbaugh who took it. And it was Delbaugh, and it's right at the line of scrimmage at the 37-yard line, so no gain on the play. We talked about in pregame, Hopman would get the first 2 series, then they'll go with Francis, see how things go as far as the flow. Francis had a big game last week at Doane.
You know, when he's made the most of his opportunities. We saw him 2 weeks ago as well, and he came in and he engineered some drives. And obviously, it's a little bit of a quarterback battle going on. They're both getting their chance here. And they went back and forth in that Doane game, too. Whoever seemed to be hot at the time, they went with.
Francis, far side pass, incomplete, intended for Jordan Delbaugh as it goes out of bounds.
Good coverage over there by Dykeshore, and he was all over Delbaugh as they try to sneak him out of the backfield. Like I said, we'll see lots of different formations maybe that we haven't seen early on for this Wesleyan squad as they wanted to try and disguise some of those plays, confuse that Northwestern Red Raider defense a little bit. So a lot of the same plays, but just set up in different formations for the Prairie Wolves.
3rd and 10 at the 37. Wesleyan trying to capitalize here on this drive after the interception. Francis fires a pass. It goes incomplete. It was intended for Earhart. Double coverage that time from Northwestern. On them over there on the coverage was Zylstra.
You know, Earhart does a pretty nice job here. Good attempt to get to this one, diving opportunity. Trying to squeeze it into that double coverage. Francis. So neither quarterback for the Prairie Wolves did much in their first series. One hop on the snap.
Here's Vandenberg with the punt. Takes a bounce. And it goes off the return man. Wesleyan, they had picked up the football. Did they get it? Yes, they did. How about that? Seth Wardeen was all the way down there and was able to recover the ball after it bounced off the return man for Northwestern. That happened to be Nate Fisher.
And just took an awkward bounce, and he looked like he was going to try and get out of the way, and then just took a friendly bounce for Wesleyan off the thigh, and then it was a right place, right time, Seth Wardeen.
Actually, Justin Woolert was the return man. Here's Seth Wardeen, the sophomore out of Grand Island. And now the Prairie Wolves have it at the Northwestern 13. And Nate Hopman back in at quarterback. Dustin Bryant gets the handoff, and he is stopped by Nate Fisher. And Fisher had some help too, but it was him initially on the tackle on Bryant.
Fisher, second leading tackler for the Red Raiders on the season. He's got just over 25 tackles and 3.5 of them for a loss. He's got a sack on the quarterback, so active in that front as well. Called his name a couple times here already. Fisher plugging holes in that Nebraska Wesleyan run game.
Pickup of none on that last play. No gain there for Dustin Bryant. Second down. Play action here. Hopman rolling to the right, throws a pass out of bounds.
Look what he had to do there to keep it from being a sack. He was on the run, and bearing down on him was Ethan Lynch. The back didn't pick up the block coming through. It was more than they could handle in the backfield, and Hopman, running for his life, was able to just unload it. Take another shot here at 3rd and 10.
Wesleyan needs to do something here on this play, especially this close at the Northwestern 13.
You need to capitalize on turnovers. Earlier, Northwestern did it on the first turnover of the game, and you got to take advantage when those opportunities come.
Hopman is wrapped up and stopped. Carlson coming in to make the stop.
And that's the reigning GPAC Defensive Player of the Week, Jordan Carlson. Had 11 tackles last week. It's Kotzer type numbers.
So 4th down.
Just rolled him up from behind as Hopman was getting ready to take off, and he had a little bit of green in front of him.
TJ Westfall may have bumped into him a little bit too. So Lorain will attempt it here from the 24. It's a 34-yard attempt. The kick is up. It's got the distance. No good. So an opportunity there by the Prairie Wolves missed. 4:28 remaining here in this first quarter. Northwestern will get the ball back. We'll take a break and back with more in a moment on 21 Sports.
Your life is what you make of it. In Lincoln, some are making it fun. Some are making it successful. Others are making it vibrant, refreshing, economical, creative, interesting. They're making Lincoln home. So, make it young. Make it a family. Make it a booming career. Make it whatever makes you happy. Make your life right in Lincoln.
Back to action here. 2nd down here for Northwestern as the first play from scrimmage doesn't go anywhere as Russell Walton comes in and makes a stop on Brandon Smith, the running back for Northwestern. 4 minutes and counting here in this first quarter. Penalty flag coming out, option play, pitch far side. Bartman gets it, still on his feet, but Cody Eiler finally bear hugs him and takes him down across the 35. But again, a penalty flag coming out. This may be a procedure penalty against Northwestern.
Either an illegal shift or maybe one of the linemen for Nebraska Wesleyan was in the neutral zone. I'm not sure. Looks like that's the case.
Offsides. Number 43 on the defense. Penalties decline. First down.
Seth Wardeen
trying to sneak up a little blitz action there. And
got a little too anxious that time.
12 yards will decline the penalty, and that's something that Coach Kroom said they need to do is limit those runs. Instead of 6- and 8-yard runs or 10-yard runs, got to keep them to 3rd and 4 yards. They know they're going to get some yards.
Blumendahl's pass is complete around the 45-yard line. And the receiver that time was Eli Groendijk, who made the catch, and the stop made by Aaron Bainey of Wesleyan.
Bainey, a nice sure tackle here, wraps him up after the catch, but another first down for Northwestern.
So the ball at the 47, midfield. Smith takes the handoff. And the Prairie Wolves meet up with him, and a swarm of them stop him. He gets a little bit of forward progress up to the 49-yard line, a 2-yard pickup for Smith.
Reeves in there on the tackle as well. Walton and company.
Second and 8 here for Northwestern. Bartman gets it, goes around right side. And Bainey finally runs him out of bounds at the 42 of Wesleyan. It's enough for a first down.
Well, that time Northwestern with a big set, double tights. Just one receiver each way, and a little sprint out. Just let him get to the corner and go. Enough for first down again. And it's just tough to defend this. You have to play assignment football. That's what defensive coordinator Coach Kroom's been preaching all weekend. You got to play assignment football, be responsible for your area in this option attack. And that time, no one accounted for him on the outside.
First down here, and Blumendahl is stopped. Decided to keep it. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Tukolsky in there, bringing him down. Just back to the initial line of scrimmage. Pocket collapsed on him this time. Good pressure by that defensive front. And that's one area they want to get Blumendahl in just straight drop back situations. A little more rattled there. They saw that in that Morningside film. When he's forced to go into the pocket, stand in the pocket, he gets a little bit rattled and frustrated.
Toss is intercepted again. And it's Brett Kotzer this time who picks the ball off on that short pass. And Blumendahl committing his second turnover of the game.
Blumendahl, 2 interceptions in this game, only 1 all season up to this point. And for Kotzer, he settles back in his zone, reads it perfectly. Stepped right in front of that slant pattern, and it's an interception for Kotzer.
It's a situation like that where it's always good to be a basketball player too, and Kotzer was in high school up at Ewing. Because of that shiftiness that you can play as a linebacker. Good footwork that time and a good read. Hotman here on 1st and 10. Pass complete to Delbaugh across the 50. And they'll tackle him at the 48-yard line in Northwestern territory.
Again, the Nebraska Wesleyan offense has been moving the football. Just unable to capitalize at a few opportunities, much like last week when they outgamed the Tigers. But so far it looks like Hotman's had the hot hand of the 2 quarterbacks, and he's in there. We've seen a lot of touches for Jordan Delbaugh so far. A couple of running plays, trying to get it to him in the passing attack as well.
They'll go triples far side. On 2nd down, Hotman. Pass is intercepted, and it is picked off. Down the near side of the field, inside the 20, spinning around and finally tackled, and the penalty flag comes up. But an interception from Aaron Jensen of Northwestern. And so after Wesleyan gets a pick, Northwestern returns the favor.
Almost identical to the Kotzer pitch. Just settled back in his zone, read it, replay, good job, elevated one up there, and a nice return. Nearly lost the football there. You can tell he's not used to handling that ball, has it in the wrong arm going down the sideline. Luckily he hung on to it for the Red Raiders. Some laundry on the
field. Number 51 doing the return. 10 penalty, 1st down.
Ethan Lynch called for the block in the back, so instead of taking it close to the 20, they'll move it back to the 34-yard line. Wesleyan, make that 33-yard line. Wesleyan territory with 1:03 to go here in this 1st quarter, and now Blumendahl back in. Smith and Bartman are in the backfield. Option play. And a pitch to Smith. Smith inside the 30, cuts back in. Cody Eiler hanging on to him, spinning him around several times before they stop him at the 16-yard line. And a 1st down for Northwestern.
Great block downfield by Bartman. Right there. Picked up an extra 7-8 yards because of that block, and then Eiler just hanging on for dear life. Get some brown jerseys to come help him out.
Now they'll go option near side, a pitch to Bartman. 10, cuts back into the 5. Bear hog, gets in the end zone, touchdown. Just like that, he hit the pylon, and Bartman takes it in for the 6. And Nebraska Wesleyan's Brandon Reeves that time did the best he could to take him down before he got into the end zone.
He did, Jeff. He tried, but he would not be denied. Again, everyone there, but no one for the pitch man. And then, right here, it's just pure will by driving him into the end zone, carrying Reeves with him for another 6. Taking advantage of the turnovers, making the most of the opportunities. So far, the Red Raiders have done that. Nebraska Wesleyan with the missed field goal, unable to convert. And just like that, momentum swings back to the Red Raiders.
Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. 34 seconds remaining, quarter number 1. To extend their lead to 13-3 on 21 Sports.
Hi, I'm Fred Olds, president of Nebraska Wesleyan University. This year we mark an important milestone, Nebraska Wesleyan's 125th anniversary. Join us on campus this fall for our anniversary kickoff celebration and homecoming activities. In addition, our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends will collectively take on a challenge to give 12,500 hours of volunteer time to community service. Check our website for event schedules, stories, and photos of today and yesteryear. All of us who share a sense of pride and ownership in Nebraska Wesleyan University have a wonderful opportunity this year to reconnect. with friends, students, professors, and staff, and to celebrate all that we have accomplished together. I look forward to seeing you soon.
So a touchdown run from Theo Bartman has extended the Red Raider lead now to 13-3. 34 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. And Wesleyan on the return. It's Delbaugh, and he is stopped just across the 25-yard line.
Well, you know, Delbaugh is dangerous in the return game, but Cody Eiler is the real weapon back there. Northwestern doing a nice job keeping the ball out of his hands so far, taking that part of the equation away, because Eiler has the ability to take it to the house every time he touches it. And Coach Kyle Ashteroff realizes that, kicking away from Cody Eiler so far early in this one.
27 seconds here remain in the opening quarter. And Tyler Francis is back in at quarterback. Lovell and Bryant are in the I formation. One split end each side. Drop back pass is complete. Looks like it's Larson. Ryan Larson with the catch. And picks up a first down. He is tackled at the 39-yard line. And not a bad start to this drive, and a nice-looking pass from Francis to Larson.
Yeah, it's good to see Larson back in the mix, as he had a big opening game against St. Mary, and then kind of been missing in action. Good little slant pattern that one time, and good strong strike from Francis coming back in, bouncing back. And the last play.
Yep, they'll just let the clock wind out here in the first quarter. And the Prairie Wolves have shown some signs of life on defense today. Offensively, it seems like the flow is there. It's just a matter of trying to finish. Still 3 more quarters to go in this one. After one, it's Northwestern 13, Nebraska Wesleyan 3 on 21 Sports.
Your life is what you make of it. In Lincoln, some are making it fun. Some are making it successful. Others are making it vibrant, refreshing, economical, creative, interesting. They're making Lincoln home. So, make it young. Make it a family. Make it a booming career. Make it whatever makes you happy. Make your life right in Lincoln.
Dr. R.E. Cycle here with a simple but important message. Recycling starts at home. That's right, it's up to you to take the first step. Setting up a home recycling system is easy, and you don't need much space. Find out how at recycle.lincoln.ne.gov. Recycling is good for our community and our planet, and you don't need to be a genius like me to get started. So do the right thing, the recycle thing.
Here we go, 1st and 10. And a handoff, Dustin Bryant, and it's for a loss of about 2 yards back behind the line of scrimmage at the 36-yard line.
Good penetration. You can catch us online on Nebraska Wesleyan's website, nwsports.com. All of it streaming live, all their fall sports. You can catch our broadcast on there as well right now, live on 21 Sports.
Second down here coming up, and what do we got? Is it a procedure penalty of some kind? The officials are...
Any flags. I'm not sure if they're just looking at the marker where it was spotted here.
I think it was... Yeah, I think they've just further discussed it, that it was back toward the 36. So 2nd and long here. It's Tyler Francis will work out of the gun. To throw, has some time, tries to run with it, he'll keep it himself, he's up to the 40, and finally tackled at the 45-yard line. Not a bad pickup for Tyler Francis, he's about 3 short, 7-yard gain for him.
Did a nice job here just avoiding the initial pressure, sidestep, and then realized he had to tuck it up and run, had some green in front of him. Like to see him carry that ball a little more securely, kind of just waving around there. Good chance for another fumble to come up. You can also check out our broadcasts. They're all on YouTube as well. Just search 21 Sports NWU. All of our past broadcasts, GPAC Football Media Day, all that kind of stuff up there on the YouTube at 21 Sports NWU. Search that. You'll find all of our archive broadcasts.
Third down here. Francis passes complete to Earhart. He made the catch as he was falling down. He bobbled it up. Picks up the first down. He is stopped at the 50-yard line.
Earhart just must be looking for highlight-type catches today because he got lit up earlier and hung on it to it. And this time, bounces it off the chest, able to bring it back in, haul it in for the first down, bobbling it, able to secure it, though. And Earhart, another nice grab, moves the chains right at midfield now.
Tyler Francis again.
A great day for football here. When the coaches are wearing shorts on the sidelines, you know you got a nice day for football.
Late September, it's perfect. First down here, Francis looking to throw over the middle. It's caught by Delbaugh inside the 35, and he is tackled at the 34-yard line. And the hit applied by Cody Smith and a couple of others that were there to make the stop.
Third catch of the afternoon for Delbaugh, and they've had some success over the middle. Again, takes a hit. When you throw over the middle, you know you're going to take a lick. Good job, Delbaugh. Able to go up and get that one. Francis engineering a pretty methodical drive here for the Prairie Wolves.
From the Northwestern 34, 1st and 10, double wideouts far side here for Wesleyan. A little play action here from Francis, going to the air again, and the catch is made at the 20-yard line, and a first down as Connor Davis, the wide receiver out of Lakewood, Colorado, makes the catch. Wesleyan with some good flow downfield.
Well, give the offensive line some credit, too. They gave Francis time to throw. Got his receiver to come over, and now looks like a timeout going to be called by Nebraska Wesleyan.
Well, some good work in the air as far as throwing the football goes by Nebraska Wesleyan as they put it down at the 20 of Northwestern. Timeout on the field. Back to Able Stadium with more in a moment.
It's just surprising when I walk in how much it feels like home, even though we've only been here a month.
Having a baby is a definite lifestyle change. Grayson's the boss around here.
We moved in 2 days before he was born. Union Bank really helped us. They were so personable. They really got to know our story and care that we needed to get into the house before the baby was born.
We're starting a family and developing our lives together in a place that we can call home.
Dr. R.E. Cycle here with a...
We're back here at Able Stadium. I'm Jeff Moats along with Lucas Mormon. It's Nebraska Wesleyan football on 21 Sports. Prairie Wolves called the timeout. They have the football at the Northwestern 20-yard line with 12:18 remaining here in this first half. And Tyler Francis here on this drive. So far, so good in throwing the football.
Yeah, he's found a couple different guys. You know, the last reception there, getting Connor Davis into the action, the sophomore. Nice sized target out there. Delbaugh had a nice catch over the middle. Earhart with the highlight reel catch off his chest. And
double wideouts.
Different style in the play calling when Francis has been in there this drive. He's worked a lot out of the shotgun.
Francis dropping back, has the time, throws a pass that is complete to Earhart. And he is wrapped up and tackled at the 17-yard line of Northwestern. About a 3-yard pickup on the plays. Cody Smith puts the stop on Earhart.
Cody Smith closes quickly after the catch was made. Maybe Earhart be able to scoot his way around the corner, but Smith comes in, wraps him up. Still a gain of 4. Much better down and distance. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 3, those type of down and distance. That's what Coach Keller's looking for, rather than the 3rd and 9s and the 2nd and 12s. And they've been ahead of the chains, you could say it here this drive for the most part. It's really shown in their play calling abilities.
Francis again sends 3 receivers to the far side. Spread formation. Tries to get out of a tackle, but he is going to be wrapped and stopped at the 25-yard line. And it was Nate Fisher who came blitzing in and got into the pocket to stop Francis.
He came untouched. Take a look at it.